thank you guys so much for going to Let's Talk's webpage, which is live at letstalk.com. And this is where we have our page set up for donation. Every dollar and every penny goes right to buying masks and distribute them to first responders in New York, in East Coast, as well as Chicago. We have a lot of hospitals really need our help to provide supplies. So we're doing that on an everyday basis. And for those who come on the show, as a thank you to them, that we're donating 500 masks on their name for the first responders. So if you guys wish to help, please join the website and take a look. We have so far delivered over 30,000 masks, and we'll continue to do more. And here's Ashley. I'm gonna bring her right in. So hello everyone, welcome to Let's Talk, and today my guest does not need much introduction. You know her as a cover model on American Vogue, you know her on Sports Illustrated cover, and we share a family of American Next Top Model together, and we got to share the same stage on American Beauty Star. Without any further ado, here she is, Ashley Graham!
What's up?
Where are you, Ashley?
I'm in Nebraska at my mom's house, and it's actually the house that I grew up in. And I think we've been here for 6 weeks already.
I've been following you every day. I gotta say, your magnetic energy does not stop in any pandemic. The fact that you get up and you pick up those weights, and Mama got in there to work out with you, I am so inspired by your everyday activity.
We do have Wi-Fi in Nebraska.
You know what, can I tell you? It's not the Wi-Fi that stops communicating with you. It's because you have so many amazing supportive fans. It ties up all the Instagram feed, and this is normal.
So funny.
You guys, this is normal.
The morning and the evenings is when the lives really are kind of insane. They really are. But anyways, I'm in Nebraska, yes, and I'm at my mom's house, which is also my childhood home, and it's nice because it feels nostalgic for me, and being a new mommy and having, like, literally outside I'm looking at the grass, and it's wide open spaces. I'm really glad that we came here because my apartment in New York City is tiny.
Well, we're living vicariously through you. Nature is what we all need. And I know you have very little amount of time today because your mom, you're a busy girl, but I want you to know that. Well, this was so important for me to be part of, for you to be part of Let's Talk, because we work in such a busy, crazy schedule. And when we're on set, they're truly about work. We don't get to socialize very much. And the main reason I want you on this show is that I want to really pay a gratitude and thank you to you for being who you are, the inspirational person that you are to so many people. But most importantly, I'm actually have chills and I'm choking up, is that what you have done for me that you don't even realize.
What do you mean?
And that's, in this industry, as you know, being I'm Asian, and you understand that. You're married to an African-American man. There's a lot of inclusion issues that doesn't get addressed, especially during this pandemic, that Asians are being marginalized because we supposedly had brought the disease to you guys. And
I have enjoyed your post, by the way. My mom enjoyed your post, especially in the beginning when you said, Asian people, we've been wearing masks forever. Like, it's just a part of our culture. It doesn't mean that and you broke it down in your post. It was really brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And that was the beginning of finding a purpose. And when I was going through that self-reflection period, and we all had that in the very beginning of the pandemic, I wanted to use my voice, and the person I looked to and try to emulate, it was you. And because I seen what you've done with Pretty Big Deal, and I watch it religiously, I know you for so long as a model, but one thing that you don't realize, that I look up to you, not for everything you represent, and most importantly, I love that one thing you taught me, and I think I want to start from that conversation, is that when we were on the very first shoot on this, not on this particular shoot, because that was a year before, on a Sports Illustrated shoot, and my personality, as everybody knows, can get very fiery, and I get really high-strung, I want things get done, and you were there cheering me on, and there was a moment I lost my patience just a bit because we were going on high tide, and we were going to get trapped, and I screamed at my crew. And they know how I scream doesn't mean anything, but you don't know me yet at that time.
Right.
And I was like, get you guys ass up here. We're going to get trapped here. And my whole intention was to get everybody safe. But the way I deliver that, this is what you did to me. I don't know if you remember or not. You're like, hey, hold it. And everybody turned and looked at you. And you go, be kind.
Ah!
Be kind.
I told you.
I I came to a dead stop, and I looked at my crew. They're like, yeah, listen to her.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That is something I would do. I'm like, I don't even know you, but I'm like, we don't play that.
And then as we spend 2 days together, we realized our personality and everything around it. And I remember we had this conversation. You look at me and goes, I got you now. But there's way to deliver what you want to deliver with kindness. And I gotta tell you, that message to me, especially during this pandemic, has been so valuable to me. As we are photographers, we're supposed to be the captain in the domain to our photo shoots. And we sometimes step out of that boundary. And I'm telling you that because you know what that's like. Within the last 4 years, people like you and people who have made a difference doing a hashtag #MeToo movement even, it really has reshaped our industry. And doing that reshaping is the most incredible thing for me to learn from, right?
Wow.
And to be kind is what I live with every day. And
that's awesome. It's amazing, like the littlest thing that can happen that you, like, I don't remember that story at all. And it was probably something that was just a knee-jerk reaction for me. But it was so impactful. And I think that's why it's so important to be wise with your words constantly. Like, I mean, even for me, like, I've been on the other side, like on your side. And it's like, and you're not even thinking about what you're saying. But for me, I always try to be conscious and pray for discernment on like how to walk into any scenario, because you don't know sometimes what you're even walking into.
Well, a lot of it has to do with our own insecurity. For me, it's like I always question, did I get this job because I'm Asian, or did I not get this job because I'm Asian? Did I get this job because I'm a gay man, or did I not get this job because I'm gay? We make excuses.
I also remember you were really sick on that job. You had food poisoning.
Really bad.
There was like diarrhea stories.
Oh yeah, I changed my room 3 times. But that did not stop me from photographing you. And the crazy thing is that what I love about you is that a lot of models may never say that to me because they feel like, oh, I'm here, I'm supposed to do what a photographer wants me to do. And that moment really helped me and reshape me and define me to be the type of person. It's just a small little gesture. You do so many things, so many amazing talk.
You're so sweet.
But it's not that, because I can tear up talking to you because we don't get this opportunity very often. And when your team asked me, what do you want to talk to her about? I didn't want to tell you. I just wanted simply to have you here to say thank you. And it's not just like the show you do for Ellen. You encourage all these women to be body positivities or depression, how to overcome that. What I realize that all those things you do are truly authentic because you too have amazing histories that you had to overcome. And you guys can look at that. We don't discuss that here because you can see it on YouTube. You can see it on her own show. And all those things that you've done, they didn't become excuses for you. But I was making excuses for myself. Constantly.
I think that's the biggest thing is why make excuses and just fight through it. And I think that anything that you touch, whether you're building a business, whether you're building your social media platform, whatever it is that you want to do, just make sure it's authentic to who you are. Because I've never done anything that's not authentic to who I am or something that didn't feel right in my soul. Everything has been from in here or a life experience or a conversation that moved me. And I'm glad that you said that because I think a lot of people just want to jump on something that like sounds fun, sounds interesting. You know, it sounds like, oh, that's the end thing to do right now. That's not what we do here. We do things because they're authentic to who we are, the experiences that we've had.
And I want people to know that about you because, yes, they see you as an actress one day, you see you as a host one day, and there's a persona that we show out, we present ourselves in a certain way. But for those you guys are watching, it is her 110% all the way around. And there will be days she will go, watch yourself.
Did we have any days on American Beauty Star? That was such a fun show.
Oh my gosh. So that was another thing I have chills again. That's another thing that I want everyone to know. That not only do you preach body positivity, which is something physically inherited to you that you know, there's something that you do, I don't think you realize as how much impact was on me, was the fact that I was able to be on that show, American Beauty Star, because you were in a position as an executive producer. Yes. You're in a position to make
to have you on the show.
Sound decision to make sure there was inclusion on the show. And not just because my skin color for the first time, not because I'm Asian, because my skill level, matching my ability to communicate. You know, when I got a call to be an American Beauty Star, you didn't call me. I didn't know it came from you. It wasn't something like, look what I'm gonna do for you, Yu Tsai. Oh, we're friends. Oh, we shot together. Look what I'm gonna do for you. I had no clue. And we were doing the negotiations and process, and it was like literally 5 days before production, you guys. 5 days. And then when it came to 4 days, then it became 3 days, and they wouldn't give me an answer. And then that's when I realized somebody called me and said, you're gonna be on the show because Ashley wants you on the show. Sign the deal memo. Sign that deal memo. And I went, what? Say what? Cause then we got to speak about it. Cause then I asked you, why me? Because constantly in our industry, we're always asking, why me, right? Do you like what I'm wearing? Do you like what I'm doing? Why me? And why me?
Are you asking me now?
Yeah.
You're so smart. Your personality, you're so smart in the fashion industry. The way that you have these witty moments is just so perfect for television. And you've done so many different things. I mean, it doesn't matter if you've done a campaign, an editorial, or Sports Illustrated, anything and everything in between. So your skill level was also there in order to critique all the people that are coming in and out of this. And you have a sternness to you that has the kind of constructive criticism that people on that show needed. And I fought for you. I wanted you, and I'm so glad that I did, because you were brilliant on the show. I mean, you were my counterpart, and I would not have been as amazing as I was on the show. But
thank you for saying that.
You always had the best line, and I felt like it kind of gave me a transition, and I was just always kind of counting on you.
You know, this moment really defined me and really helped me with what we always know, that you help people build confidence. Yes, people know me that my mouth just goes and I say whatever I have to say, but you know me that I speak from my heart. But when I got on that set the very first day, I would have to say I held myself back for about half an hour of that production, because you're Ashley Graham, and I respect you as Ashley Graham, the brand. Okay, as a friend, outside of it, we'll go work out together in the morning, which we saw you working out, we laugh. But we're on business. I do respect the branding that's around you, and you were the host. And I remember after the first commercial segment, you pulled me over and was, come here. And I thought I was in trouble again. I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna get one of these again.
Oh no.
And you pulled me closer to me, and the producer all can hear because they will all have earbuds in, and you said, you keep doing that, you do it, and come for me. You said, come for me. And I was like, what? And you're like, come for me? Because I will get back to you, and that's how we're going to make this show work. And can I tell you, of all the different shows I've been on, and I've chilled, and all different red carpet I covered, that's a very rare quality that you're wanting to share and bring. And that's a quality you guys, I hope people watching understand.
I wanted everything to be real on that show. Because, you know, half of these reality shows, they try to be as real as possible. Like when I did America's Next Top Model, it was all real.
It was real. I got in trouble for a lot of realness.
Yeah, on your seasons, it was all real. And so I wanted American Beauty Star to be as real as possible. And sure enough, we made it real. We just had to make sure we were connected. And
that's the whole, for me, that's the day I can say I build a different type of confidence, to be able to respect someone, to say what I have to say, and that somebody else would do the same. Now, this goes with Chrissy Brinkley and Leah Wire. The synergy on that shoot absolutely has been the most, unequivocally, the most synergistic show I've ever been on.
It was a really great show.
It was a special moment.
Leah Wire just had a baby.
Yes, congratulations, Leah.
And Christy Brinkley's one-liners had me on the floor. Like, what? Where did she come up with some of these one-liners? She was fantastic.
So and then one more. We have about 10 minutes left with you, so I'm talking fast because I want every moment to be valuable. I'm going to treasure these moments forever.
Love you.
And that's that. I watched your your live with Naomi Campbell the other day.
Yes.
Okay.
She's fabulous.
Can I tell you, just when I thought I know Ashley Graham, that I learned enough from Ashley Graham, you said something on that show that I wrote down. All right. Okay. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm not kissing Ashley Graham's show. It's not this what it's about. But I think I just want you to say that right now, because we don't take time to thank people. And this is my time to get to thank her. So if you don't like it, sorry. But when you were on Naomi's show, and I know Naomi really well, I work with her, I know how Naomi can be Naomi, but at that moment, it was so special when you talked about this cover. When you talked about the cover, and she talked about her first cover for Vogue, and you said to her, you have to ask for it. Just ask for it. I don't even know you remember these things you say because they're just.
You know, I remember them because they're my experiences, but it's always so interesting to see what other people take of them.
I held on to that. I held on to kindness. I held on to you have to ask for it. Those two things is so valuable, especially during this time. And I promise you this, as a friend, as a photographer, I would take that with me throughout the rest of my career. And even being here. Because you know what? When I heard that, I asked for something. I asked for you to be on the show.
Oh.
Because I didn't think that you would be available at first. You have a baby you're taking care of, you're being a mom, you're being such an inspiration to your family, and you have so much, you're exercising, and I'm like, and people ask, are you going to ask Ashley to be on the show? She'd be great. MJ and I talked about you, and I said, you know, I don't even want to insult her to ask her to do something, but that's who I am. You know that's who I am. You know that's who I am. I don't reach out to people, ask for favors, you know. And for me, this is part work, this is part, but what was really important was that when you saw what this show was about, the fact that it's about raising money for delivering masks. And today, by the way, we're over 30,000 masks delivered to the first responders.
Amazing.
And
That's
we have
amazing.
60,000 masks in transit coming in. My goal is 100,000 masks, and we're going to get there sooner than I expected.
Of course you are.
And
it's amazing. It's, you know what's so great is like everybody in this time is really doing their part in bettering what's happening right now. And it's amazing also because it's a global issue.
Yes.
And we're really having to stick together to stay together. You know, I mean, like there's so many sayings out there, but right now I think what everybody's doing is like we're all focused together, and I think that's the most beautiful part about all of this. There's so much heartache. There's friends and family lost through this whole thing, jobs. I mean, the list goes on and on,
yes.
All the terrible things. But the one thing that is so beautiful is that we are all really working together to change this pandemic.
We are. And I think through this time, I'm sure you know, even through FaceTime, even communication with people, that you see true color of people. And this is when your truth really comes out, you know? And I experienced that there. Booking the show, it's a lot of no's. There was a lot of I don't understand what you're doing, and people question what's the reason I would even do this, and I had to learn, ask for it, and be kind through the process. You can't get mad if they say no, and be kind through the process and keep asking for it.
Exactly. I've got people saying no to pretty big deal, but then it's the people who matter that say yes, and then it's impactful.
You know how crazy for me to hear people who say no to your show?
People say no. Yeah, they say no, but you know, whether it's timing, schedule,
right.
You know, maybe they're not promoting something, maybe they just don't want to be on the show, whatever it is. But this is the thing, like, turn your nose into yeses. Yes, you'll hear that from anybody and everybody who's got a motivational something to say to you. But if you actually focus on what that means, turn your nose into yeses, then you can actually get what you want. It's about persistence. It's about kindness, which you've been plugging for sure. And it's really about knowing what you want on the other side.
And just when you think that you can't achieve, things happen. When I saw your American Vogue cover, and it's so funny, I didn't tell you this, that when that happened, it was the same week that I got a call from Team Vogue to shoot their cover.
Oh, amazing.
I had wrote that off my list a long time ago. I'm like, it's never going to happen. I tried. I met with them. I'm not the right photographer for them. But when this possibility...
You're the right photographer for them. You're so fun, and everything you do is so vibrant.
But people don't know me like you do. So you know, but when this happened, and I realized there are more yeses and possibilities, and that's why I'm just saying thank you for those things. And I'm gonna let you go in 3 minutes, but one more thing that I can't wait to see develop even bigger and massive brand is that when you and Isaac started growing up, and he's a mixed race child, your voice about raising him and what it means for inclusion is going to be so valuable and so important, and another lesson we all can learn from. And then the day you start having that conversation, I will be there listening and support you, because this is a crazy time for us Asian people, for us, for just minorities, and marginalization is so crazy, and I don't even know how to articulate it. So what I'm doing next week, Ashley, is that I'm doing a whole week. Oh, look, you're like falling. I'm going to put you back up.
Ooh, let her fall down. Is the next guest underneath? underneath me?
It's just a logo. But next week is really important because I'm dedicating to an entire week to Asian models only.
Oh, I love that.
And we're also having Coco Rocha come on the show because she owns an agency called Nomad. She's the one quintessential model who's white, by the way, guys. As white as she can be. She brought Asian model into this country. It took a white woman to do that. I want to have a conversation with her. I want to talk about inclusion. And I want to talk about what it is like for the Asian models to come to the United States and the struggle they have to go through in order to break into the industry. So
that's going to be really interesting to watch.
And it's close to my heart, right? It's obviously really, really close to my heart. And I hope one day I'll learn the confidence that you have and stop questioning, did I get the job because I'm Asian or did I not get a job because I'm Asian? I hope one day the society will allow us to be, this is my value that I bring to the table regardless what color we are. And I know with your voice, that what you speak of and what's in your core with the new baby, we're going to be able to hear a lot of that.
You're so sweet. Well, I think the biggest thing is that we just need to change people and how they think. You don't need to change anything about yourself. It's about the other people. And don't just hire because of X, Y, and Z. Hire because this person is good at what they do.
Wow. You're amazing, Ashley, and thank you so much for being with me.
So much. And thank you for doing this show. You are bringing so much light into such a strange time, and we need positive people like you. And I love you, and I can't wait to be on set with you again.
Thank you so much, guys. Remember, this talk is all about what Ashley's been teaching me that I am learning, and that is be kind and ask for it.
I love you.
And through that, your confidence will build. And that I am learning every day. So thank you again. Stay safe, okay? I'll see you soon, Ashley.
Bye, honey.
Bye-bye. Guys, that was such a special moment for me to be able to share with Ashley. Her schedule is so crazy busy and she's raising a newborn. So I cannot be more elated to have this opportunity to thank her. I think at this time, through this crazy isolation pandemic globally, that if we can take a moment to breathe and be grateful and thank the people around us, it's the absolute must. And I myself are reflecting on all the things I have gone through, the responsibility as a photographer, as well as how I treat people and how I want to be treated. I want to thank you guys for giving me a purpose to be here, giving a purpose to Let's Talk, and having people like Ashley continue to support and champion her belief in positivity and confidence, and having her here means the world to me. And you guys mean the world to me, so thank you for being here. Stay healthy out there, stay positive, and I'm, again, so grateful. And one thing I will always remember is be kind and ask for it. Thank you, Ashley Graham. Bye, everyone.